Hello, Tabriz here from Victor Rose, and I'm with Lewis Walker from Lewis Walker Video. No, Lewis Walker Media. Correct myself. I'm here with Lewis Walker.
Hey, hi.
And we'll briefly literally talk about his journey, some like tips and anything else that he's kind of learned on the way, and I might chip in with a few other little bits. So I'm going to pass you on to Lewis to talk to you about his journey so far.
Yeah, so I used to work in a really boring office job. Decided to quit that when I've always done video in the past and make it my full-time thing. So I created Lewis Walker Media, which is a video company dealing with businesses to try and help them with their promotional videos. Been going for about 4 months now, and it's proven to be quite interesting, a really interesting journey, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Cool. So literally how we kind of connected was we kind of had another project, and it was just one of those things where it was like, oh, you do video, I do video.
Yeah.
And you know, I literally love what Lewis is doing in terms of his kind of energy, his enthusiasm, and also his hustle as well. So could you briefly talk about your first client that you got doing video, and literally how was that experience for you, the kind of pitfalls, and also what you learned from that particular client?
So the first client I had was pretty epic. So epic in a sense of probably not epic really good way. It's epic as in it was probably one of my biggest learning curves, which I spoke to you quite a lot about. So I met a guy off of Gumtree, and it was my first paid job, and I was like really enthusiastic about it. And it was in a cosmetic surgery opposite Harrods. So I thought, oh, bingo. And I did it for, I think it was about £150. And I thought, oh wow, you know, I'm on the map already, you know.
Yeah.
And this was the first month of me trading, so I thought, oh, this is great. And then shot the video, everything was fine. Edited the video, met the guy in the cafe and whatnot, and he said to me, do you want the money up front? And I said, no, give me all the money at the end. Shouldn't have said that. One of the first pitfalls. Anyway, met in the cafe, and he gave me £100 when I gave him the first edit. And I thought, okay, great. He said, what I'll do is I'll give you the rest of the money on Tuesday. You know, if you could just do a few edits for me. I said, okay, no problem. Tuesday came, he happened to be in hospital with an asthma attack. Now, the thing is, better the devil you know, etc.
Of course.
But at the same time, I couldn't get a hold of him for that entire week. Saturday came, and he said he was in Dubai. I phoned him up. The ringtone was exactly the same, so I knew he was in England. But then he said, oh, what I'll do is I'm in Dubai at the moment, I'll pass you the money through some sort of bank transfer. Another 12 days went. So it ended up me trying to chase this guy for the money. So then I realized at that point that you need to have something in place, a contract in place. You need to make sure that you at least get some deposit money as well, so it gives the client that commitment. Otherwise, they could just fob you off as well, and not giving the client an almost finalized version as well. So again, it's learning, but I guess it was good that it happened earlier on in my sort of career, as opposed to it happening now, because otherwise it would really break me, I guess. But if you start off with a bad experience, the only way is up. So but then at the same time, to actually get paid for something that you enjoy, greatest feeling as well. So.
And yeah, you know, I've like been in that situation, and we've literally had this conversation about my kind of horrendous stories, and you know, it's all about that growth. And you know, especially when you literally love doing like something and you're passionate about something, and then you know someone's looking to pay you for your experience and like knowledge. It's literally like one of like the best feelings in the world. And of course, you know, I'm getting like some sort of agreement written out. And literally kind of listing exactly what you're going to do for this particular client. You know, it's kind of so important. And of course, you know, it's a kind of double-edged sword, because it's your first client, and of course, you know, you literally want a portfolio. So, you know, I don't know if, and again, you know, on like, you know, my kind of journey is like, let me do as many things I can do for free. Just to literally build up that portfolio. But of course, it kind of comes to a time where like you literally nailed it, where you got someone to pay you straight off the bat.
Yeah.
So then you like know that your kind of proof of concept works straight away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, yeah. So lesson learned. Literally get something in writing. But again, if it's something that you love doing, sometimes just do it for. Just to, you know, build up your portfolio, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's key. I think everyone measures you on your portfolio. So before I had a portfolio, I say, I do video. They're like, okay, so where's the video? And that is key, because what we do is so visual, and literally they need to grab it. And if they can't do that, what's the point?
Yeah. And in terms of where like you think video is going to now in 2017, the emergence of online video and literally how people communicate in video, with literally your experiences with the clients that you have now, what's literally been like the kind of general conversation about how they want to use video?
So I think with video generally, it was more associated with weddings and social events, christenings, etc. Now I think people, with the emergence of Instagram, Facebook, everything is so visual in your face. So I think now businesses are starting to cotton on. Maybe sometimes some of them are quite, you know, they're lagging in a sense, and they know that they have to go down that route eventually. However, I think most business owners don't want to be on camera. That's probably one of the first and foremost things that they probably puts them off. But they know that now they have to actually grab it with both hands, because people sell to people. Yeah. And now we live in a society where people don't read. I mean, I know, and I'm guilty of this. Literally, I'll wake up and the first thing I'll do is I'll maybe check my Facebook. And I'm one of the people that don't really contribute to Facebook or don't really contribute to Instagram, but I look through it. So it is the next TV. And I think, you know, before you would have to pay thousands of pounds to have your advert on TV, but now you've got these, how many platforms that you can put them on, and it's for free.
No, you know, 100%, I absolutely agree. I think back in the day, people had a lot more patience in terms of reading an article, either on Facebook or, you know, on, you know, any other social media platform. But a lot of people get their information through their kind of visual feeds. And, you know, with kind of everything that's been going on, a lot of people consume so much on like Facebook and also on Instagram and also on YouTube. And the first thing that they see is either a video or a picture. And then from there, that will literally create that, you know, something in their own mind in terms of their kind of perception of what they're seeing. And then from there, everything else is, kind of secondary. But you know, they've kind of already had that kind of embedded thought in terms of, okay, I've literally watched a video of like someone playing like football or something happening. I kind of already have that concept. Let me kind of now read it in a paper or go to Sky News and literally kind of probably get like something with a lot more body of work.
Yes,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, no, cool. And something that we've like both spoken on in terms of networking and literally, of course, getting your service out there to your target audience or just to the community. So how with like I'd say, what's your experience in terms of when you first started to where you are now?
So I think it's understanding. So when I first started, I guess I thought that my network would be enough. So literally I thought if I maybe said amongst my Facebook friends, my family, that I do video, literally they will come to me and come flocking, and maybe they will recommend me to friends. But then I understood that literally you had to create, quite earlier on, I had to create another network, because I'm known for different things being in my own circles. But outside of those circles, you need to almost be that video man. You need to be that go-to man. And that's true. For what we do, we have to be out there. So it's a case of really putting yourself out there. I am a video guy. Oh, if you need a video, just check out one of my links or something. But it's literally, you have to make the world know and grab that business almost. But not in a sales way, but just let people know that you do this. And if you want this, you're gonna work with people so I can be like, oh, okay, so Leslie's this, or Teresa's. Do you see what I mean? So it's literally just trying to make sure that you're out there as much as possible. And I think now as as people. Literally, I think cold calling it's not dead, but at the same time, you're gonna have to work up the numbers of phoning X amount of people, like at least maybe 100 people to get a number of leads. But if you're out there and you're networking with people, you've basically got people at your disposal, 30 people at a time. You can actually give them that message. You can tell them. You can actually have those one-to-ones with people. So again, it's getting out there and experiencing the networking channels, I guess. Also, the fact that the morning sessions, like I remember when we first spoke, you said you found that morning sessions were most helpful, and you said that the evening ones were not so helpful. Now, you said this before I'd gone to any experience with the networking world, and you were exactly right, because in the morning, to get up at so early in the morning, because most of these networking events happen between 7 o'clock or 7:30 in the morning, and they finish around 9 o'clock. So then it's a case of looking at that model and thinking, wow, well, if they get up that early, they must be really serious.
Yeah.
However, if it's after hours, etc., a serious business person may not be out because they're going to be working. They're going to be working until the late hours of the night. Also, if you've got drink involved or it's in a bar, people are drinking, how much business is actually really going to be spoken about? But in the mornings, everyone's fresh. And I guess also the ones you pay for. So there are some free ones. However, everything that glitters is not gold. I always use that phrase, literally to the point where if it's free, sometimes it's free for a reason. Or you're only going to get people that are sort of semi-serious about business. So you want the people that are serious about business, and that if they make that commitment of maybe even if it's like a £10 or something for the breakfast, you know that they're there to make real connections, and that's what it's all about. And it's just trying to get out there, really. So that's my advice to everyone. Just get out there and be known for doing this. Because sooner or later, it may not be now, maybe in 6 months' time, they'll be like, oh, I need a video guy. Oh, so Lewis Walker does, oh, Victor Rose does this. And that's what it is. You're just literally, don't go in with the hard sells with these, networking events. It's just more so just being known for what you do.
And I guess it's all about connecting, right?
Yeah, connecting with people. And I think you mentioned it in one of your previous vlogs. It's all about collaboration. So how we're collaborating now on this level, how we'll collaborate in the future as well. Other people as well. Again, it's just a case of collaborating with them and seeing how their business model can fit your business model. So, for example, I've met someone quite recently where he's got a business, it's sort of like a Dragon's Den business, but online. And I'll be linking with him, doing some of the videos for him. So, getting those pictures right and kind of giving that explanation so that they can be pitched to the investors. Same way that I'm working with an online distribution as well, online marketing company who need video and want to include me in the whole package. But again, these are slow burners, and like you said before, these business networking events and these connections takes time. It's all about trust. And that's what business is all about, isn't it? It's all about selling as well, but it's all about trust, sort of thing. And then when you work together once, okay, let's do this again. This is a winning formula, and understanding what formulas work for you.
No, I've always said that people buy from people. I know I wasn't like the first person to kind of coin that, but I kind of feel that he was. So, but yeah, honestly, and it's about showing like your personality, because there's always someone out there that's got more experience than you, that knows more than you. But if you're kind of going out there connecting with the right people, and again, it's literally transferring that kind of acquaintance into a friend and someone that they can speak to. They can speak to you on any business level when you see them consistently. Because what I found is that when you see people consistently at other business events, it's like, okay, me and you have like the same ethos, and then from there you basically, that's kind of like the kind of entry level to have that conversation, and then all of a sudden that person will recommend you to someone else, or or how I first kind of got like into it is that I was literally going to any like business networking event, like to the free ones, to the evening ones, afternoon and morning, and it's and it's one of those things where I've just literally found that the morning ones, and exactly what you've like said, that anything that you have to pay an additional fee to first, it's like, okay, those people are serious. And then if you've got to pay for breakfast or afternoon tea, and then it, you know, when it kind of comes to like a membership, then you know that these business owners literally want to connect with people. Not necessarily all about selling, but they just want to connect. And you know, we've literally had like stories of people that we both have like met who are serial networkers, right? Serial networkers. But you know, these people are serious as well in terms of what they do. They have established businesses that may not necessarily need our service, but again, it's just connecting with these people.
Definitely.
So yeah, you know, so again, point number 2 or point number 3, if you are gonna go network, of course, exactly what Lewis said, go out and network. But if you can, always go to ticketed events, ticketed networking, morning networking events where people have to wake up at 5-6 o'clock to get there on time. That's actually when you know people are serious.
Definitely.
Cool. So last question, so where do you envisage Lewis Walker Media in the next year? Never mind 5 years. In 2018, January, February 2018, where like do you see
I think after a number of months have now passed, and I think that I am understanding who my target market is, because I think you can have, unless you're out there, and this is the reason why you have to network as well, because you get to understand who needs your services, because you can go for a target market before, and that's why I wanted to go for estate agents originally. However, I just got to understand that a lot of people, a lot of businesses across the board need video. So now I guess it's understanding, now I kind of get a feel of what I kind of want to get into, and the sort of circles that I want to get into. It's targeting and being in those right circles as well. Where I see everything in a year, well, I want to try and get someone underneath me. That's the key. It's about growth, really. I don't want to be in the same position next year, because I could be running around forever. And I guess it's now just trying to understand that you've got being self-employed, but you want to try and make it sure that you kind of build a team around you, because you're only as good as your team. And making sure that you've got key people that are reliable as well. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense, and you could run yourself ragged. And also, I guess it's trying to look to the future, because in 5 years' time, it's trying to build up to, okay, I have a team, so I can get out there, and like you said, the people that do serial networking are the people that they have a team already, but they're out there getting that business in. So that's the key. I want to be one of those people that's getting the business in and getting a lot of the business in, so my team have enough work, and then I can just, literally just have that steady flow. Because, like, you know, if you're trying to edit, you're trying to video, you're trying to do this, you're everything in that. It takes up your resources, takes up your time, it takes up your energy as well. And like, you know, so I would say that I probably film about 40%, 30%. The rest of it is just more so trying to get out there, network, trying to make those connections as well. Trying to make sure you touch base with people, and you literally work with people's psyche. But, you know, it's not so much, but I want to try and change that around. So at the end of the day, I have a lot more work coming in, and then I can literally start giving it to the team. So
you've heard it straight from Leslie, so I've got nothing really more to say. But no, you know, I mean, again, I totally echo in terms of what, you know, Lewis has been saying, and you know, that's kind of something that, you know, I also have to do as well. Is that, you know, I literally probably have to delegate a lot more. I've got to bring someone else in, first and foremost, because time is our biggest asset. You know, but kind of money comes and goes, but you know, if you're not doing like the right thing at the right time, then you know, your kind of financial potential and everything else literally just ebbs away. And you know, as you become more experienced and as you meet different people, it's just making sure that you allocate the right amount of time to a community, to that particular client, to that person, whoever it is. So but no, great stuff. But I just want to thank Lewis for being my first collaboration on my channel. You know, we have also spoke about this. This is something that I just don't do. So you know, I've literally pinned him down. I said, you are doing this interview today. So again, thank you for like being at my first. Wishing you all of the great success in 2018 and 19 and like beyond.
Thank you.
So my name's Reading to Breeze. This has been Lewis. Hey, Lewis.
Hey.
And thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week. Perfect.